Hey Aquarius, I'm doing a reading for you for the new moon in Pisces. So I just saw 88 before I started this video, right? Aquarius, at this time, I feel like you're dealing with such a deep state of meditation. You could be working with trance work. I feel like you're really channeling a lot of different energies than I think you've ever had before. Once again, I feel like you're taking a lot of time out to be by yourself. I'm seeing the Hermit card here, right? You're taking a lot of time out to be by yourself, to enjoy yourself here, right? You're doing a lot of spiritual work at this time, right? And I feel like it's out of this world. It's nothing you can explain to like the rest of the world. And we have mantra. That's what I'm saying. You are in such a deep state of trance, of meditation here, right? You could be working with crystals, with beads, anything. 108 here as well, right? Aquarius, you're really, and then we have silence at the bottom of that, right? Silence is golden, right? I feel like you have, in this space of silence, in this space of meditation, in the state of trance here, I feel like you're going to be given the keys here as well as to what it is you're supposed to be doing, where it is you're supposed to be going next. I feel like you're going to have all the answers. I don't feel like you're going to have to ask anybody for anything. Everything's just going to be coming to you, right? You're spending a lot more time out by yourself alone, meditating. I feel like you're really just sitting there with yourself. I feel like you could be working in a sacred space a lot as well. You could be working with mandalas as well. Aquarius, you're in such a spiritual space at this time. I feel like the more you're like going out into like the real world here, it's like you're being over sensory, you know, like there's too much going on, right? And I feel like it's pushing you more into a space where you're searching for that. Like I feel like your TV could be irritating you. I feel like electronics could be irritating you. Like you're just wanting to separate yourself, get away, be one with the one here as well, right? Aquarius, it's Aries season. It's Aries season. I feel like you could have very heavy Aries placements here as well, right? Look where Aries and Aquarius kind of like coordinate for you as well, right? And I feel like that's what's kind of being changed, shifted for you here as well, right? I feel like you could even start looking a lot different. You're moving a lot different here, right? How people are like expect you to move out here as well, right? Because keep in mind, Aquarius, you can't really like tell how they're going to move. But I feel like at this time, like how people have already like kind of pinned you down as this is how you're going to move. This is what you're going to say. That I feel like you're so unexpected at this time, right? I feel like you're even shocking yourself. Like Aquarius, like you may shock, scratch my nose there. I feel like Aquarius, you shock other people, right? But you always know what you're doing. You always know what you're saying. You know where you're trying to take whatever, blah, blah, blah. I feel like at this time, the type of meditation, scratch my nose there, the type of meditation that you're working in at this time, it's even shocking yourself here, right? I feel like this is something totally out of this world. And then we have Ace of Cups. That's what I'm saying. I feel like you're working in this mantra, in this meditation space. I feel like you're working with the feel good energies, right? I feel like you're really feeling what it is you're trying to bring into this reality here at this time, right? And I feel like there could be spaces here where you're like you're knowing the difference between like I feel like your solar plexus is really telling you, hey, don't say these things, don't go here, don't do this, right? And I feel like your solar plexus is also telling you, hey, this is great, we should go here, we should do this. I feel like you're paying a lot more attention to your gut here, right? You could be eating a lot healthier, a lot more green here as well. I feel like at this time you're really clearing yourself out, clearing your body up, clearing your spiritual self out here as well, right? You're really cleaning your emotions, your mental state, how it is you're thinking, how it is you're moving, like what it is I feel like it's even your wants and desires that have changed and shifted at this time, right? Aquarius, everything's working out for you. And then we have the Empress. That's what I'm saying. We have Ace of Cups and the Empress. The more that you're going into this feel-good energy, this is where you're at. Like, I feel like you're beautiful, you're wonderful. I feel like there's an aura that's just like pouring out of you. I feel like people are doing absolutely anything and everything just to spend just a moment with you here, right? Yeah. I feel like you have a lot of spirit guides surrounding you at this time, especially on your right shoulder here as well, right? Pay close attention to that. At this time, I feel like you look good. I feel like you smell good. I feel like you're a lot more in the feminine energy. Once again, you're meditating. You're taking time out for silence. You're spending time with yourself, with nature here as well, right? And then we have Queen of Cups. Yeah, you're following your intuition. What is it? It's tingly. Yeah, you're following your intuition. Yeah. You could be working with the Queen of Cups at this time. I feel very heavily, this could be you, Aquarius, right? I feel like you... Yeah, once again, it looks like these are like her spirit guides that are surrounding her, right? And then she has this big old cup, especially with this Ace of Cup. Aquarius, that's what I'm saying. I feel like you're working in such a different energy than I feel like you're used to. I don't feel like you're conversating as much. I don't feel like you're having to like connect with other people here as much, right? You're connecting very much to your feminine energy. You're really getting in touch with your emotions, how you're feeling. And I feel like how you're feeling is telling you everything that you're needing to know here as well, right? I feel like you keep checking in with yourself, like even if you're having to go out into like the real world here, right? I feel like you're checking in with yourself quite often, right? Like, how do I feel, you know? And Aquarius, I feel like that's really helping you. I feel like that's keeping you on track with this feel good energy, right? You're paying attention, like what feels good, what feels bad, what types of feelings you get around certain people, what type of conversations here that you're having here as well, right? And we have Queen of Wands. That's the Empress, Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. You are in such a feminine energy at this time, right? You're really manifesting. I feel like the only way you can get to your manifestations, I just saw 555, the only way you can get to your manifestations at this time, right, is through truly connecting with your emotions. And then we have King of Wands. And then we have King of Wands. I feel like you could have a fire sign energy around you at this time. I feel like they are the ones that are almost helping you scratch my nose. I feel like they could be the one that's almost like helping you connect more to your feminine energy here, right? I feel like they're almost like giving you this space, this allowance here, right, to go more into a receiving mode. I feel like Aquarius, I feel like at this time you've been in such a masculine energy, right? I feel like you've been like so on the go. I feel like you've been like overboard, like just doing way too much here, right? And we have Six of Wands. I feel like you've been doing way too much, right? And I feel like now the universe is putting you in a space where, hey, it's time for you to go into your feminine energy. You don't have to do so much, right? And I feel like this King of Wands is almost like making it an okay space, right? I feel like you feel like there's so much you have to do. You have to go here, you have to go there, right? And I don't feel like you're taking enough time out to just stop and smell the roses here as well, right? It's time. You are the Empress here, right? It's time for you to take that time out just to spend with yourself, right? Just to go into receive mode. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to have the whole world on your shoulders here as well, right? And I feel like this King of Wands that's coming in, I feel like they're really helping bring in success, victory, money here, right? I feel like they're very supportive. They're very helpful here as well, right? Yeah, I feel like you are support, like you don't have to do everything alone, right? I feel like you are feeling supported. You are feeling uplifted here, right? And that's really helping you at this time. It's okay to lean on a partner, right? And the time is now. The time is now, Aquarius. Okay. Let's get into this Ace of Cups. We have Nine of Wands with the Four of Wands. Yeah, I feel like at this time, you're heavily protecting your home. I feel like you're heavily protecting your heart, your emotions here as well, right? I feel like there have been like circumstances here as well that have like almost caused you to have to do this for yourself, right? And then we have Ten of Swords. Yeah. I feel like there have been several. I don't even think it's one. I feel like there's been several different circumstances here, right, that have pushed you in this space where you have to feel very overprotected, not allow anybody in, not really share your love, not really share your home here as well, right? It's pushed you into a space where you're not very trusting here as well, right? And that's not really helping you, right? I feel like you're not feeling like you can't go to this person, you can't go to this person, right? There's been a space here where you're having to protect your heart, you're having to protect your emotions, right? And you don't feel like you can trust anybody, and I don't think that's to your benefit here, right? With this Empress card, we have the Four of Pentacles. If the Empress is you here at this time, Aquarius, or if you're dealing with an Empress, right? This Empress is really holding back her emotions, right? I feel like this Empress could be holding a lot of secrets here as well, and I don't think that she's necessarily sharing them with other people, right? I feel like she's keeping her money, her moves, her emotions, how she's thinking and feeling very much to herself, right? And once again, I feel like you're protecting your heart energy. I feel like you're protecting your love. I feel like you're protecting your home, like overly protective, right? But honestly, if you are the Empress, I feel like it's almost a good thing. You don't need to be sharing with everybody like what it is you're trying to do out here, right? Especially when you're trying to build an empire here, especially with this Knight of Pentacles. I feel like that's what you're trying to do, what this Empress is trying to do. Yeah, I feel like you're on guard. Look. Yeah, I feel like you're very super protected at this time, right? you're not allowing people to know how much money you have, where you're getting your money, where you're getting these things. But that's not everybody's business, and I feel like you know that, right? What is this Queen of Cups? Oops. We have Three of Wands and Ten of Pentacles. Three of Wands and Ten of Pentacles. I feel like the reason why you've almost been like protecting yourself, covering up your hands, not really allowing people to see like where did you coming from, why did you come this way here either, is because that's what you're being intuitively told to do, right? Especially with this Ten of Pentacles and this Three of Wands. You know that you're going to have an influx of money, an influx of happiness, an influx of enjoyment here as well, right? Coming in for you in the future. And what it is you're supposed to be experiencing is not for other people. And I feel like that could be why you had been blocking these people and different energies out here, right? What's coming in for you is not for everybody to see. It's not for everybody to know here as well. And you're trusting in your intuition in that, right? Like, I feel like you know that there's something really big on the horizon coming up for you. And I feel like you've almost been cleansed here, right? Like, it's really time for you to kind of like draw a line on certain energies here as well, right? In order for you to get to your ultimate happiness, right? And then we have Page of Swords. This is something that you've already peeped. You've already seen this. Like, you already know, especially with this Three of Wands here, right? Like, you foresaw all of this stuff coming for you. And you know that you have a huge amount of money that's coming in for you at this time, but you don't need to tell everybody, right? You know that any of these dark circumstances here that caused this Ten of Swords and this Nine of Wands energy here, right? That's not going to be conducive to your growth in the future. You know that. And you've kind of seen how people acted. You've kind of seen how, like, what people have done here as well, right? And it's time to cut those things off, because where you're going is not where you are now. And you have something so great coming in. You've foreseen this. Like, this is something you're manifesting into your life here as well, right? And so it's time for you to start focusing on your abundance, your happiness, your joy, your peace here as well, right? So that those things really can come in for you, right? What is this Queen of Wands? And that's what I'm saying. It pushes you into a heavy manifestation mode as well, right? Especially with this Two of Cups. Yep. I feel like at this time you're really pulling in a partnership, a love relationship here. And then we have this King of Wands sitting right next to it. And then we have Five of Wands. Yeah. At this time, I feel like there could be, if you are not the Queen of Wands, I feel like there could be a Queen of Wands coming in trying to offer you romance here, right? And I feel like it's kind of causing chaos in your life, right? That's not really for you at this time. If you are this Queen of Wands, if you're the one that's pulling in all of this manifestation here, right? It could be a Sagittarius that's trying to offer you love here, right? And whatever love that they're trying to offer, I feel like it's pulling in a little bit more chaos than you're necessarily wanting here as well, right? Involving any love circumstances here as well, right? I feel like you're being very careful as to how you're moving, what you're agreeing to here as well, right? You're not just jumping forward and you know, like I don't feel like if there's somebody that's offering you love, I feel like you're really waiting before you get too involved, right? Before you make any agreements, before you shake any hands here, right? You're kind of waiting to see what will transpire here, right? Like what kind of chaos they're trying to bring in for you here as well, right? Yeah, I feel like you're like paying attention to like the red flags, seeing what it is that they're trying to necessarily, like, you don't want to like just jump into a relationship with somebody where they're like, let's get married, right? Because you don't know like how things are going to transpire. You don't know what types of things are going to happen here as well, right? So I feel like you're like, it's like a waiting game. You're taking time out to like really like see like how things are going to transpire, how like they react in certain circumstances, certain situations here, right? So that you don't get so wrapped up in a situation where things can go like crashing down on you here as well, right? What is this King of Wands? We have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like there's a Page of Pentacles coming in. I feel like they're making an offer. I feel like they're making an offer here for you, right? I feel like they're very supportive. I feel like they could be helping you out with money here as well. They could be buying you jewelry. But I feel like this is making you anxious. I feel like you're not really certain. I feel like this is somebody who's very passionate here as well, right? I feel like they have a lot of emotions and a lot of love for you. Thank you for liking, by the way. I feel like they have a lot of love for you as well. But I feel like what it is they're offering makes you a little nervous, right? And then we have 9 of Cups. But that's the thing, you're wanting this offer. Like, this is something that you're wanting. This is the 9 of Cups, right? Like, this is an offer that you're wanting, but I feel like you're kind of anxious to take it. Like, you're really uncertain here. Once again, I feel like you're almost like waiting for the shoe to fall as well, right? What is the 6 of Wands? We have the Strength. We have the Strength. Stay with it, right? Don't give up just because you see like one crazy thing happening here, right? I feel like there's going to be a success involving this relationship. It could be a Leo here as well, right? I feel like what you're going through right now is almost strengthening you for like the next situation that you have coming for you here as well, right? And then we have Page of Wands. I feel like what's almost helping you at this time, I feel like Aquarius, I feel like this is you. I feel like you're being kind of like sneaky, kind of like wearing a mask, not really showing people like what it is you're thinking, what it is you're saying, how it is you're trying to move here, right? And I feel like that's to your benefit. I feel like that's going to help you pull more success to you, especially with the 6 of Wands here, right? I feel like you're keeping your moves very much hidden. I don't feel like you're sharing your emotions with everybody. I feel like you're staying very much to yourself here, right? And I feel like that's going to be a benefit. I don't even feel like you're sharing with this King of Wands like your anxiety about certain things, your worries about certain things here either, right? And then we have 3 of Pentacles. And then we have 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like this King of Wands is almost like a teammate, a team member, a helper, a helpmate for you here as well, right? And I feel like they're very supportive. I feel like they're on your team here, right? I feel like they help you get the job accomplished, right? And I feel like that's to your benefit to kind of help team up with this. I feel like you're just worried that like these things won't like play out how you're necessarily wanting them to, right? But don't worry, like you are supported, you are backed here, right? And just have faith and believe in that. And I feel like that's going to take you to a much better place than like this worry fear space here as well, right? Thank you guys for liking and subscribing. Thank you for all the comments. Let's get one card out for how you guys can help heal this energy. Once again, instead of like speaking on all your worries and fears, right? Stay silent. Allow the answer to come to you here as well, right? And once again, take a lot of time out to be with yourself. Rest, meditate, take time out, spend time with your spiritual self here as well, right? That's going to give you all the answers. I feel like it's really going to help erase any worries or fears that you have about what's coming up for you, because you're going to be given the answers. You're already going to know, especially with the 6 of Wands at the end. Raise or promotion. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Congratulations, an increase in your abundance flow awaits you. This is a result of your positive focus and willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. Keep up the good work. Aquarius. It's your time to shine. It like, especially with this 6 of Wands here, it's your time to shine. Don't get in your worries and fears, right? I feel like you're getting like a spiritual upgrade, a spiritual promotion, as well as like a physical one here as well, right? I don't feel like this is just spiritual. I feel like your physical world's also going to start like showing this, right? And when we get upgrades in our spiritual reality, we also get them in our physical reality, right? And Aquarius, I feel like this is going to be to your benefit. I feel like you're going to be really excited. I feel like you're going to be amped up, right? All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye.